Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. So I've just got a paint and water combination. So I've mixed my paints, 1 part paint to 1 part water. I'm using what I would call a classic colour palette. I'll take you down to see the colours shortly. And today I'm using a circular canvas. I'm excited for this one. As always, I'm using my blow dryer. Let's see what we can create. Okay, so here are my colours and the brands of paint that I'm using today. So as you can see, I've got 2 different brands. I'm using Pebeo and Amsterdam. I'm using a neutral grey. It's an opaque colour for the base. And then I've also got an iridescent precious gold, an iridescent copper. They're the paints from Pebeo. And then I've got a classic titanium white and a Payne's grey. They're by Amsterdam. They're the paints and the colours that I'm going to use. So let me take you over so we can look at the consistencies. So let me show you the consistencies. And this is the same for all of these paints. 1 part paint to 1 part water. The paint's very fluid, just runs off the spatula, doesn't leave any trace in the cup. Very, very fluid. And that's the same with all of those. And this is my circular canvas. I have painted the edges. I've painted the edges in that grey colour, the base colour. So I get good even coverage. So yeah, they're my colours. That's my canvas. And oh, before I go, this is the blow dryer that I use. I get so many questions about the blow dryer. It's a Remington. I don't know if I can show you the actual details. There's the details there. And yeah, it has only a couple of settings for the blow speed and strength, and then a button just there to make it a cool setting rather than warm or hot. So that's my blow dryer too. Let's go. So I've got the grey background, and if you've watched me for a while, I'm going to say it again, if you can get your base colour, good consistency, great coverage, then that's half the battle when you're doing a technique like the Dutch pour. You need enough fluidity on the base, so enough paint volume on the base to allow those colours to flow over the top when you blow them out. So this is now just about getting good coverage and good consistency across the surface area of the circular canvas before we start puddling the paints on top. And the blow dryer, in case you're wondering, is on a cool setting and the lowest blow speed. So that's the base colour down, and I'm just going to use my torch, and that torch there is a butane torch, and it's just to pop any air bubbles. When you mix your paints, especially if you're adding a pouring medium or water and then mixing them around, you're adding air into that mixture when you're stirring. So that torch there is just to pop those air bubbles. So I'm now going to take one colour at a time, and I'm going to puddle those colours in the centre of the canvas, ready for blowing them out with the hairdryer. So my colours are down, and I'm just going to use the torch again just to pop any of those air bubbles. And I just love this colour combination. I feel like it's a classic colour combination, and it's going to work really well against that grey background. So I'm going to blow it down and then towards the sides of the canvas. So again, the blow dryer is on a cool setting and the lowest blow speed. So I'm just going to take the hairdryer, position it over the paint, and then just slowly blow that paint out. And you can see there already a paint reaction. Cells are being formed naturally. It's the different densities of the paint that creates that cell reaction. So once I've done that initial blowout, I'm then just going to fan those colours out towards the edges and over the edges until I'm happy with the composition. But this one is really about a balance of those colours on top and then that negative space colour underneath. I'm really happy with this. I'm just going to use my torch one more time. And if you're enjoying the video, please give it a thumbs up. Even comment down below. Go to the comment section. Let me know what you think of this creation so far. And what do you think about those colour combinations? I didn't want to use too much black because I really wanted to have that balance of those metallics. I'm just checking out. I've got a good consistent coverage. Thumbs up. So let's now go in for a closer look at this wet version, and I can show you some of those details closer up. And of course, I'll set this to one side, allow it to dry. It'll just take a couple of days to dry at room temperature, a few weeks to fully cure before I varnish over the top. But let me show you these details. I'll let it dry and I'll take you in for a dry look as well. So here's the dry version. I just love the shimmer of those metallics. And there isn't even a varnish coat on this yet. So once I apply some varnish, it's going to pop even more. I always use a spray varnish. I find by using a spray varnish, I can get a good even coverage across that surface area. So yeah, I'm happy with this. I just love how that black has reacted as well. That balance of pattern with the cells and that block colour. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I really hope I get to see you again in the next video. Have a great week ahead, everyone. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye.